Jacqueline Betancourt Segura.
Dream and shout for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. Dear judges, Toastmasters, and guests. A few weeks ago, when I went to my Toastmaster session, we were practicing impromptu. And one of my partners asked me, who or what did you consider your worst enemy for pursuing your dreams and goals? I started thinking and trying to remember who that enemy was. But a few seconds after, I realized that the enemy isn't just mine. It's also yours, and everyone's in this place, and everyone's in this world. Just 4 simple and trivial letters. Fear. And I'm not talking of the kind of fear you feel when you watch a movie like Chucky or Blair Witch. I am talking of the real fear. The one you have inside, and it's created and controlled by your minds. Maybe now you are thinking, why she's telling me that kind of fear is my worst enemy? Let me tell you this. It's simple. Try to remember when was the last time you stopped doing something just because your mom, dad, friends, or even your neighbors told you it was impossible. When was the last time you felt so scared that your legs, your arms, and fingers were in shock? Just for the idea you cannot do it or you were going to fail. Each one of you, since you were children, you had a dream, like becoming a supermodel, working on NASA, being the best football player, or maybe a firefighter, anything. Try to remember that special dream. Then please, raise your hand. Raise your hand only if now you're that supermodel or that football player you always wanted. Honestly, I think this is very disappointing. Society has imposed certain stereotypes of perfection, and many times we feel disadvantaged for not complying with those characteristics. Not as strong, tall, intelligent, or creative. You have to consider there are many ways to confront your problems or to achieve your goals. But not everyone has the attitude for make them real, or for assume the responsibility of something different, even if that difference will change their lives. All around the world is full of terrified people, and not because someone else hurt them. It's because they lack of courage, and they lose their minds for problems they couldn't solve, or by goals they couldn't perform. They are scared of going one step further, afraid of going out their comfort zone and be on the wrong track. And the real problem is that we don't know how to lose. Nobody teaches that. Society has made a kind of taboo about losing and losers. And that is why no one wants to make something different. Because we're scared to lose or to be wrong in front of all the people we know. And it's very common in humans to make ourselves dirty tricks, letting our minds play with us and with our feelings. Months ago, I saw a video of a real story on YouTube from a guy called Nick Vujicic. Since he was born, he has no legs, no arms. But that was not the big deal. The problem was the social pressure he faces every day just for trying to have a normal life. During the video, he shows how he's able to move, to dress, to write, to eat, to paint, to swim, to everything by himself. How? Anyone else would say that it's impossible. But let me tell you a secret. The word impossible doesn't exist on his vocabulary. Nick, with an extraordinary bravery, attitude, and courage, is pursuing his goals without fear of making a mistake. Remember, not all of us serve the same purpose, but all serve some purpose. I am not telling you this an easy step. Because as I already mentioned in the example on Nick's slide, to acquire the responsibility of something unknown without mistakes, not everyone have the attitude and patience to confront. If only you could see the beauty that brings patience, as bigger the test is, more glorious the triumph is. Every day and every moment in our lives, we're taking decisions, like whom we're going to get married, what are we going to study, or in which kind of job we want to work. That is why I recommend you, for every situation you have during your life, listen to your heart and take the option that makes you feel energetic. And be sure that everything is going to be all right. Finally, I want to finish this with a little part of the poem If, written by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can wait and not be tired of waiting. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch. If you can meet the triumphant disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can feel the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that is in it.